What's going on, everyone? I am ZippingMeteor, and welcome to a very early build of Drift Stage. This alpha was just released to Kickstarter backers a few days ago as of this recording. It's currently just one track. I think it's new. I may be wrong. And there is a photo mode too. I think that's new as well. If you don't know what Drift Stage is, it is a retro-inspired arcade racer about going around corners at insanely high speeds while listening to a rather nice soundtrack. Fits the game. Let's jump right in. Currently there are, let's count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars. They don't have names, they don't have stats, they're just unfinished. This is a very early alpha, so keep that in mind. We're gonna take this ramp thing. Now my goal for this video is ultimately to show off this track and to beat my target time. Now, say right now the controls are a little hard to get used to. Stay. It's hard to keep the car straight after a drift. I don't remember it being that bad in the early build before the game actually made it to Kickstarter. Really. No hands on the buttons. Shouldn't do that. Controls are a mess right now. Also, you notice that right now it's all manual. There's no option for automatic transmission at all. I don't know if there's going to be, but I have noticed that most of the times when I crash, it's ultimately because I'm looking down at the speedometer to make sure that I can shift. Or in this case, looking down at my camera, because it happens to be in the same corner of my screen. On one hand, it makes it fitting because I can actually look at the camera more. It's a good training thing for that, I guess. But the controls, and they do take some getting used to. Once you get a hang of them, they're okay, but they could be made better. Crashes are a complete disaster right now. Sometimes if you crash, you'll get stuck, you'll slide, you'll just start spinning randomly. And sometimes the camera will just go underground and start just completely flipping out. Ooh, new personal best. One goal of this video achieved. Let's see if we can do even better. I can. Stay up. I was doing so well. This game does capture the whole arcadey feel of games from like the early N64 days. Like Cruis'n USA, those kind of games. I have fond memories of Cruis'n USA, that was a good game. But I guess there really ain't a whole lot to say about this. I mean, it looks great, it sounds great, it's... Controls. Controls suck. As does that. See, right now my car wants to go sideways. We're going to try to beat the time, and then I'll show off the photo mode. I can't wait to see what people make in Steam Workshop. That's where this game's gonna really shine. Come on, I had my foot off the gas. Just gotta keep in mind this is a very early build, not a representation of the final product, though it does have some really good music. And once you get a hang of the controls, it's not bad, but it should come naturally, I think. The controls, if you don't get the hang of them right away, I think it's going to turn a lot of people off. Come on, I think I can... If I keep this up, there we go. Goodbye. Shift down. Don't need... I was gonna say we don't need to be going around this corner at 160 miles an hour, but that really didn't change things, did it? I think we're gonna actually beat my best time. Yes, we did. Shall we do one more? I think we shall. Okay, no downshifting unless we crash. Getting better the more I play it. Weird thing, I haven't played a good drifting game in a while, but I remember at one point, I remember at one point being so good at some of the, like the Xbox 360 Need for Speed games. That was like number 10 in the worldwide leaderboard. I would get in a zone where my breathing would change and I would stop. I wouldn't blink as often, where I would just nail every turn perfectly. I haven't had a racing game really do that to me in quite some time. But I can kind of get that same feeling from this one. It has the potential to put me in that sort of zone. Like I can feel when I focused on this instead of talking, I can tell my reaction time is better. It's a really, really unique feeling. Let's go ahead and show you the photo mode, because I can only go around this track so many times before it just gets kind of old. You can pause at any point, at least in single player, and just go into this full-on camera. I do advise holding the LB button to fine-tune your controls. It's a very in-depth photo editor. See, let's go ahead and roll it a little bit. Whoa, 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 don't zoom. Okay. Then we can go into this mode, where we can change the resolution. Make it look like it's an old analog TV, which is fitting. The game is trying to look really retro. Change the scan line count, distortion. What's that one do? Well, that actually tries to make it look like an old tube TV. That's kind of cool. Turn that off. You can bleach it, change the contrast, give it a nice dark border, grayscale, change the hue, saturation, and value, make it look like an LED TV, or modern art. Really, really modern art. Turn that off. Negative. I hope there's a mode where you can just drive around like this, because that's kind of cool looking. turn that off. Pixelate. Make an already pixelated game even more pixelated. Or you can change the threshold. So, all in all, it's a pretty in-depth photo mode for a very retro-styled game, which is odd, but kind of cool. Well, that's really all I can show off on this. Controls need work. Camera needs a little work. Crashes need work. And I think there needs to be an option for automatic transmission. Beyond that, it's shaping up to be a really fun racing game. And I think it really does have the potential to put me in that zone for racing games that I haven't seen since the N64, or no, since, well, it did kind of happen there too, but since the Xbox 360 Need for Speed games. And I hope that it does do that. You can check out Drift Stage at the links included in the description down below. Mostly Kickstarter, their actual website, probably Twitter, Facebook, that kind of stuff. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you like any of the content that I post on this channel, consider subscribing. Also, if you want instructions on how I made this green screen, leave a comment. It's simple. I'll give you a parts list, show you where to find them. It's a lot cheaper than an actual green screen, trust me. Thanks for watching, everyone. I am ZippingMeteor, and I'll see you next time. Later.